evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Nice to see you all again. Weather is well and truly warming up now. I think we start every single one of these bleeding live streams talking about the weather, but yeah, it's been a little bit nicer. So let us know how you guys are all doing in the comments. I am extremely pleased to say that we've got Lee Hadfield joining us tonight on short notice again. So many thanks to him. But I just want to make a quick announcement to you guys. Obviously, just want to reaffirm that anyone, absolutely anyone viewing this on Facebook or YouTube can bid on any of these fish. If you go on the Koi Wholesale website, you can see any of our participating dealers that you can then go to collect the fish from, or look to have it shipped on for you from any of the dealers there. And yeah, just have a quick look through the T's and C's, and make sure that you're fully aware of all the additional costs that are involved with the process. So yeah, we've had a couple of bits of confusion over the last few weeks, so just want to reaffirm that. But yeah, really excited to get Lee on. So without further ado, I'll bring him on.
Boom!
How we doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Sun is shining.
You look like you got a bit of a tan. Have you been working out in garden again?
No.
Walking the dog.
Just flashed from rushing back from work to get on. Yeah.
I know. Well, yeah, you can thank Chris, I think, for that. He's pulled a sickie on us today, but he was absolutely full of it.
He's chilling out in the forest of Endor, is he, with his family?
100%, yeah. But no, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Yeah. Just chilling out, doing some home improvements on the weekend and enjoying.
Yeah, it looks good. Everything is black in your house, isn't it?
I've got a little tiny bit of white there, which is going to be painted, and the ceiling's going to be painted black as well this week because I love it.
You do you, mate. You do you.
Exactly.
Thanks for coming on short notice. So
okay.
Let's start off with fish number one. We shan't take up all of Lee's time tonight, so I'll try and smash these out, at least within, a good hour today. So, yeah, we've got a really nice example. One of the Okawa Shiro Utsuri that you guys, viewers of Koi Wholesale YouTube, might have been able to follow on Ricky's Grow On project with these. These have just kind of gone from strength to strength, really, since I've been working there. They kind of was, they almost look like Utsuri when I started there because the water was so bloody tinted. You couldn't tell if they were Shiro or like Utsuri. But yeah, they've the conditioning's been good on them, and yeah, when we netted that pond, I was kind of amazed at some of the Ginrin quality, especially is really, really good. So, if you had a Okawa fish before, like a Shiro or anything like that?
Yeah. I've had two. I've had a male and a female. I got them off Ryan's. They probably come through exclusively. Through Koi Wholesale, probably. Yeah, really nice fish, to be honest. The male, I've ended up offloading them to my mate Steve for no particular reason apart from I've had him for a while and I just turned over the pond a little bit. But the beauty with that is I can actually still see the progression because the female, when I had it, didn't have a lot of sumi on it, but the sumi was down deep, and like sometimes Okawa Shiros, it takes a while for that sumi to come out and progress. But I was a little bit too impatient for that. So so I give it to my mate Steve, and I had a male as well, and the male was lovely. The sumi was right up on the male. It was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, because I wanted to show it, it was absolutely mental. Like, it was proper mental. As soon as the net went in the pond, it was gone. So it was not a docile fish that I could have probably showed. So that's the only reason I got rid of him, really. Impatience and one being mental.
Yeah, I think Shiro, you've got to have a little bit of vision, aren't you, and a bit of patience with some of the bloodlines. I think take longer than others. Have you done a Ginrin one before, or just plain scale?
Plain scale. So I've got, what have I got in the pond now? I've got an Okawa. No, I've got a Yagenji, about 55, 56 cm. I've got a Okawa as well, about that size. And I've just taken delivery from Ryan my DK lineage one. Oh my god, mind blowing. But yeah. But and I've got a Deutz. I got a lovely Deutz from Hiroi as well, which I can't get rid of because it's just getting better and better. Do you know what I mean? So no vision needed there.
No. Is it one? Would you say it's one of your favourite varieties then? You got quite a few, haven't you?
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier on, and yeah, absolutely. I think everyone's varieties, their favourite ones, do change. My favourite last year were definitely Shiro Utsuris. Do you know what I mean? They're like, I think it's just they're so simple. They're just black and white, and they're like mega fish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're starting this one off at 200 quid, guys. So this is, confirmed female as well. It's got the head pattern just starting to come up. You've got Motoguru in both fins. Stunning Ginrin quality. Let's just play the video quickly on this one.
The Sumi is looking good on it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's deep,
Yeah, deep at the back and also on the gill plate as well. So it's one of them where you've got enough examples of what it's going to be like when it does come up in the rest of it. But yeah, you're kind of getting that lightning strike down the head as well, aren't you? So
yeah, you're definitely going to have that memo on the head's going to be quite striking when that starts filling through.
Yeah, definitely. So nice fish. These are a young Nisai, I believe, from the videos that we've been doing. So 35 cm, like it's not huge, it's not tiny for a Nisai. It's one of them. See if we've got any interest at 200 quid.
The
If
Motoguru
not,
is looking nice on that as well. It's pulling in tight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not
ink stains. Looks good.
for me. Like the main thing is you just want like balance in both, don't you? You just want it to be equal, and it's got that. I don't mind if it's larger than that or smaller than that, as long as it's equal. That's kind of my preference. But
yeah, but you can see the Sumi, which is going to develop on the head. There comes right from the nose, cutting all the way through, and I think the Sumi from each side of the skull is going to cut into it, and then you're going to get that black classic lightning strike down it. I think it looks 100%. Nice, and the Ginnerin as well is really nice on the Saroji, cutting all the way through there. Fair dues.
Well, I asked Alan Tate and a couple of other people, Chris and Ricky. I was like, do you want the Ginrin on the black? Because to me, it would ruin the effect of a Ginrin Shiro if you had that sparkly effect on the black. Like to me, the best part is sparkly white and like that dull black color.
Yeah, well, I think I've got a couple of Ginrin Goshikis, and when you see the Ginnerin cutting through the Benny and what was it, the grey, the Saroji, I guess it mutes the Sumi, it mutes the grey a little. So I wish there was, do you know what I mean? There's a bit of a balance there, but it looks good like that because it shows the intensity of the Sumi there without the Ginnerin on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So I don't think we've got anybody in at 200 quid at the minute, which I am shocked about, to be fair.
Yeah, me too.
This kind of fish, but I'll leave it another 60 seconds and see if we've got anybody. If not, we can swiftly move on, and I'm sure this will stay at Ricky's. But yeah, no, there's some good fish coming up tonight. I'm quite pleased with what we've got. I think last week we had some smaller stuff, starting at lower prices. There's some really, premium lots on tonight. Some some big fish as well. So I'm excited to see how we get on.
The last two I'm quite excited about, to be honest.
Well, you've actually visited at least
Otsuka.
one of the farms.
Well, mate, trust me, they're good fish,
Oh, so we've got Janice in at 200 starting us off there. Appreciate that,
Janice, obviously you can see the potential in that. But like the Okawas, the two I had, they grow like stink. Do you know what I mean? They really do,
Yeah, I think it's I think it's Omasako blood they use. So I think the genetics are there. It's just not, we always talk about Omasako as like the leading player in Shiro Utsuri, and I think obviously they are, and and obviously NND are investing in Omasako bloodline, but
of course.
I've seen some top quality Yugenji examples as well. Some better stuff than anything I've seen in this country that Genji are producing. It's madness.
Yeah. Like I said, I think every pond could do with half a dozen Shiro Utsuris because they are absolutely striking. When anybody comes to see my pond that don't know much about koi, like myself, literally the two varieties, they go, oh my God, look, it's the Shiros and the Utsuris. Do you know what I mean? They love it. It's just like either red and black or white and black. It just mesmerizes them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Utsuri is the one I started with. I fell in love with Utsuri, to be fair.
Yeah. They're class fish as well. But like I said, on the flip side, you've got this, which is, almost the opposite, but they definitely are a nice addition to any pond,
Yeah, I think the dream would be to have a pond just dedicated to Shiro as well. So you don't have to feed it colour food as well. So you just keep the colour food out of it. Just feed it growth or.
Yeah, you see, I think with good bloodlines like Okawa, obviously we're talking about the Omasako bloodline. So I've got Omasako in there, a DK in there, and also a Yagenji in there. And I feed at least 40% colour most of the year. And really, it doesn't do much.
You don't see any secondary or anything like that, no?
No, I really haven't. And like they done really well in the shows last year, and they were on colour as well. So I don't know. I think it's genetic as well will make it stain more than the rest. Do you know what I mean? I think when they're young, obviously you get a bit of discoloration in the skin and the head, but that's when that Tsurogi thickens up, then
Yeah,
like
I think with Shiro as well, like one of the common things is that yellow head. I think the thing that's going for this fish in particular is that it's female. And obviously not every male has that yellow skin-coloured head, but you can really see that this has got, as it grows out and that skin thickens, it's got a white pigment in the nose. So I think it could have a really like snow white head, depending on how it's raised and conditioned.
Again, looking at that, you can see the deep sumi in the skull. Do you know what I mean? You're not really going to see that transition. I think as I'm looking at the screen now, I don't know what it is left or right, but as I'm looking at that koi now, on the left-hand side is going to be a lot of Tsurogi, and then on the right-hand side, you can have that black lightning coming through, and they're going to join at the top by the skull. So that transition between the scale Tsurogi and the skin on the head, I think, is going to be less obvious. And when they grow, their skin thickens as well, doesn't it? And the pigment intensifies in it.
What's that villain out of Batman where he's got one half of his face blown off?
Well, it's called Two-Face, isn't it? Yeah.
Two-Face, yeah. Be like one side sue me, one side not.
Yeah. But I think that's the key to a Shiro, isn't it? Like that striking head pattern, and that's definitely got it coming. You can see it, like it's definitely there, and it looks good as well. You just got to see through it and just have a bit of patience, which I haven't got.
Yeah. Well, you've got fish that you've got to, you've got enough fish to decide which ones you want to keep and grow on, and you've got to make room, haven't you? You've got to be brutal with it.
That's it. Yeah. Ryan came down the other day, and I've got to get rid of a few, but I'm not happy about the ones I've got to get rid of, and I'm really not happy about the ones I've got to get rid of. But
what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick a 1 minute timer on this. There's a couple of people in between Andrew Baird and Janice, but just so we can move on to the next one, there's 50 seconds remaining on the clock, guys. So if you want to get your bids in, just preempt the bit of lag, because with sometimes Facebook's quicker, sometimes YouTube, depending on, I guess, complain to Mark Zuckerberg. He might be able to increase his bandwidth or something. So we'll get on the blower. So yeah, 30 seconds left on this one.
But talking about the price, 260 quid for a, that's a nice fish, like, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Mate, like if you put into context, like, I bought a 21 CM one for 1,600 quid. It's just madness. So like something like that, well, for 270 is absolutely, well, do you know what I mean? Like, it's
amazing. There we
And it's
go,
Ginnering
guys.
as well. You know, that's going to be nice.
A nice quality, isn't it? That's it. Timer's up. So Janice Beam at 280. What a purchase
Steal.
that is. Yeah, nice fish. So if you can message, I think Janice, you've had a few fish from us before, but if you could message Chris at koi-wholesale.co.uk with your preferred dealer, that'd be brilliant. And
Well done,
moving
Janice.
on to fish B, which is one of
Ooh.
my absolute. This is probably one of my favourite fish from the stream tonight. This obviously Rin Asagi. A lot of them. I think my time is still going off and I can't hear it. A lot of them on this stream, it's difficult because if they don't have Benny in the pecs, you can't really see it coming up the body. But this one has it 100% because I checked it myself. Rin in every single scale as well, which is a nice feature. Whitehead. Yeah, I think everything you're looking for really in a Nisai Kahaki, Nisai Asagi Rin as well. I had to place my bets on it. I'd place it on actually being male, just from like the feel of the fish. But obviously, there's no guarantees. But you wouldn't say that with like the shape of the pectoral, and the body shape on it as well for an Asagi. Like I've seen a lot of them come through koi wholesales and ones I've bought where they can be quite slender and have quite weird looking pectoral fins as well. So this is a really clean example, to be fair.
But then again, what in koi wholesale, what kind of stocking is that koi in the pond with? Big stock, like a lot fish.
I wouldn't. It's got some big fish in that pond. It's in one of the smaller tanks.
Yeah.
1,500 gallon. There's probably 20 to 30 Nisai, so it's quite heavily stocked.
So that's what I'm saying. It in someone else's pond that could put on some serious bulk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just might be struggling in its environment, if you know what I mean. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's got lovely Ginnering. Like you're saying, the Ginnering is all the way through it. I'm not a massive expert on Asagis because it's a variety that I like the look of, but I haven't really delved into like studying them that much. I'll get to it eventually, but like it's it definitely looks like a nice specimen, I would say.
I think it's like what it's one of the it's like my personal favorite.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah, I absolutely do. There's just something they're really, really difficult to get right because you've got quite a few. Like with Shiro, you've got black and white and your body shape. With these, you've got the reticulation. If you're going on like one that's not Ginrin, the reticulation has to be everything because
key.
The scales are blue, the skin is usually white, and then do you want Benny in the dorsal and the tail as well is another added element. This one's got Benny in the eyes, which I heard a tale that in Japan they won't take an Asagi to a show if it doesn't have Benny in the eyes, but in the UK we don't look for it in the. I think it's considered, but it's not like an essential thing from speaking to a few people. So yeah, there's whoever you speak to, they'll give you a different connotation as to what is a perfect Asagi. But yeah, to me, Benny and pecs, Benny and dorsal, tail, eyes, and let the rest kind of do itself, I guess.
Again, it's a fish you've got to sit on and watch develop, don't you?
Yeah.
But the beauty with that Ginnering one is the Ginnering is strong all the way through it. It's a nice Ginnering plate all the way through, and that's one less thing you've got to worry about because you're not going to worry about the reticulation of the actual non-Ginnering variety. So
totally.
could be a tick in the box.
I've actually bought one of these Tanakas from Ricky, and I'm growing it on at home now because the Ginrin is really good. It's very hard to differentiate actually the difference between these just standard Ginrin Asagi and what they call Yuki Asagi, which translates to like snow Asagi, where it's actually
I've seen this
white instead of blue.
Yeah,
because the Ginrin's so high quality, you can't tell if there's like that underlying blue color, which is similar in this one. But this one I think is just a standard Ginrin Asagi, but Yeah, Benny quality is astronomical on this one. It's one of them. It just needs time.
Yeah.
Nisai at the minute, it's not small. I'll just refresh my mind when this video at what size it is, but it's over 40 centimeters. Nice head shape. Benny in the eyes, Benny in the pecs. Yeah, not a lot I can say wrong with that. And body shape on it as well. It's got like that nice cigar kind of taper. The peduncle's not weak.
No, there's nothing wrong with that visibly at all. It probably just needs to be in a pond where it can probably just do its thing and bulk out and grow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's definitely got the size there, the length there. Do you know what I mean? And it's got a nice body shape. Do you know what I mean? It just a little bit more power behind it, and it's going to be a banger.
Yeah, maybe competing with. You've got some nice Ginrin examples, haven't you? Utsuri, Goshiki.
Yeah, yeah. Again, you know, I've got a Ginrin Goshiki from is it Koda or Hiroi? I can't remember, and that's probably about 50 cm now. I'm struggling putting size on the body. It's beautiful. The quality of it is fantastic, and it seems to do really well in shows. But it's I think next year, I think this season now, I think it might slow down in lengthwise and start packing some pounds on. I'm hoping, because it is quite an impressive fish, that one is, you know. Actually, I got two. I got two. One's male. I think the big one I've got is male, and the smaller one is female. But that's small. That's about 35 cm. But that is a tank already for some reason. So every fish is different. It depends on how aggressive they are feeding, and you know how much they want to feed, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. But I remember at the show last year you had really good skin quality on both Ginrins. To be fair, I think you took some awards with them as well, didn't you?
Yeah, they've done really well. I think I've got an amazing Ginnerin Utsuri, which this year is mind blowing. I love it. Like, you know what I mean? It's so good. But
I see a lot of them.
No, it's and like Ryan was saying, yeah, he liked that a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Because the body on it is mad. It's like a tank. There's fair dues to it. You know.
Well, there you go. He's watching.
Oh,
So
there he is.
don't say
Right,
out you'll
boy.
regret. On the
Oh, he's
plane to
paid for the
Japan.
Wi-Fi on the plane. So I was going to go to Japan with Ryan, but I decided not to. Gutted. But yeah, he's forked out for Wi-Fi on the plane. Nice.
It's all that commission you're giving him. That's what it is.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, mate. I cooked a banquet for him when he came down. We had a nice. In fact, that video I'll probably sort the video out in the next couple of days and drop that video out.
Amazing. That'll be good to watch. So we've got Janice back in again, second time tonight.
Go on, Janice.
I know. I'm going to put another minute on this one, guys. So 1 minute left to submit final bids.
I tell you what, Janice is going to have a sparkly pond.
Yeah. It's one of
with
the Ginrin Shiro, you're right, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly, mate. You know.
Clark's Koi back in at 280.
Diamonds are a woman's best friend.
Black diamonds, yeah. 35 seconds left on this one, guys. Really nice fish. And it comes with Lee's and mine approval from Asagi Joe.
Yeah.
If it needs anything at all. 20 seconds left, guys. We're going to see some snipes here.
Tanaka. I'm not sure if I went to... Is Tanaka up north in Niigata?
I've not been either, to be fair. I need to go in Niigata.
I went to so many farms up there with Ryan. I was at that.
Janice in at the last second there. 290.
Nice.
Janice. Both fish tonight gone to Janice. Well done, Janice.
Well done, mate. She might have one of those sniping apps.
Yeah, well, I think we've seen 3 comments come in right on the last minute, guys. So, yeah, there's obviously a bit of a lag going on here because, you know, between myself actually receiving the comments and them coming in. So just try and avoid, you know, the last second, you know, maybe 30 seconds before, because you're going to miss out. Otherwise, I'll just try and be as fair as I can. Some bids are higher than 290 there. All right. So moving on to C. Now this is going to be
Wow.
Marmite for a few people, to be fair.
Mm.
Not a traditional variety, is it? You seen many
No.
of these?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the breeder, bro, but we went to Ryan's on the plane. He'll pop it up on the screen now. The dealer that smokes his cigarette in the side of his mouth. He's class, though, mate. Ryan bought a box of them, and we're planning on doing a grow and show, and they're absolutely fantastic. If you see these things are quite impressive from a top view, but if you've got a window, mate, the scalation on these things absolutely mind blowing. Like, you mean, and the bigger they get, the more impressive they are. It's insane. You know,
Yeah.
Crafty Koi loves those, and we actually bought Crafty a small one for his birthday over there, which he hasn't picked up yet.
Oh well, it'll be growing on somewhere. I'm sure that's probably why I haven't picked it up. Yeah, have you seen? I've seen a couple of these that are Ginrin as well. Have you seen any of those? Ginrin.
Yeah. In that dealer that we went to, I can't remember the name, but you know the names of all the farms over there that I seen just go in one ear and out the other. Do you know what I mean? Until it's drummed into me. But very impressive fish they are. I'm not lying. They're quite, you know, that one's a beautiful example as well. Look at the color of it. It's like literally old gold. It's like lovely.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the ones that I've seen from Okawa. I actually visited Okawa last year, and I was kind of shocked at how many of these they had at the farm. Really, they tend to have three colours at Okawa, and again, anyone can tell me I'm talking out my arse. They tend to be like three colours, so like gold, silver, and like black. And sometimes it can have a gold head, silver body, or gold head, black body. So this one's like an all gold example.
It's beautiful.
Stunning little
Yeah,
fish, stunning little
it's
fish.
got a good body as well.
Yeah, for a Deutsche fish as well. Like you know, there's no taper inwards or anything like that.
No, it's neat.
Yeah, nice fish. Obviously, starting bid's quite high on this one, 500 quid, but they're not exactly common at
No,
this size at Nisai as well, 46 centimeters.
that's a good
Not
size for Nisai, I think, for that
and
variety.
Doitsu as well. You know,
Yeah,
if you were talking about a Shisui at 46 centimeter Nisai, that's pretty big for a Deutz variety. So
yeah.
I do think these have got growth potential. You know, watching them on
Mm.
the farm. Here we go. Ryan said it's Ikirashi
That's the one.
Shinobu.
That's the
I
one,
can
mate.
see why you forgot
Absolute
that one.
legend. That's it. Yeah.
So we'll see if anyone's willing to start us off at 500 quid. Yeah, it's one of them. If somebody's after one,
Yeah, that's it. If someone wants one, they'll have that. Do you know what I mean? But it's quite impressive. It's quite impressive.
Yeah, scale lines.
Yeah, like I wish whoever filmed that, was it you, Joe, that's filmed that?
Yeah.
It was something like that. You should have come around to see the size, because like the scalation on the sides of those are absolutely mesmerizing, because it looks like it's quite pale underneath. So you've got that transition from being sort of Soroji all the way up to gold, is it, on the bottom of that?
It is almost like that, and it gets darker as it comes up the body on the skin.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you've got the beauty from above, and then all of that glory from the side as well. That's the beauty with them, I suppose. But the ones we've seen, one of my favorite colors, I love the gold ones because that is proper nice, right? But we also seen like a bluish color one there, which was really like that Shisui kind of blue. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was really, it's almost like a bluey turquoise color. It's superb. It was,
I think I'm not sure whether or not, are they all of the ones that you've seen almost had that metallic
Yeah,
face.
they all have. Yeah.
I think that's part of the variety, like that metallic
head and stuff like that. But the head on that one's quite nice as well, where you've got that colouring around the eyes as well,
And you've got like almost the fuka in even on Deutsch scales, which is bizarre to say. So like really one of a kind type fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
So starting at 500 quid, guys. I'll play the video again. Anyone willing to start us off at this? Otherwise, we will move on to the next fish in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, quite an expensive fish, but obviously, again, the qualities that we've spoken about, it's there to see. Consistency in both pecs on the colour as well. Like, the pecs are exactly the same in pigmentation.
I love the way the pigment runs out towards the outside of the fins. You got that white, but that white will bounce off the belly as well. When you can see the paleness of the belly from that side view. Then nice.
I need to get Ricky to get us a bowl with a little window inside of it, so I can
do a little. You should get a glass bowl, mate.
Oh yeah, but then you might see the reflection of my ugly mug in it. So
that's true enough. True enough.
So yeah, 500 quid, guys, for this. I'll give it, like I say, one last minute. If not, we'll move on. Got some other exciting pieces on tonight, and I'm sure Ricky's got better things to do than be on with me all night. Sorry, I'm saying Ricky. Lee. He's got better things to do all night. No, I do remember your name, mate. I promise.
I could sit down and talk to you all night, Joe.
You could read me
Janice
a
is in again. Janice is going to have the brightest pond in the UK.
I know.
Janice, you're going to have to buy some sunglasses, mate. She's not going to be able to look directly out her window.
Well done. That's a really stunning piece. So is anyone else in at this price? Otherwise, we'll move it to Janice. So I'll put the timer on for 1 minute. If nobody else comes back in, we'll move on to the next piece. But yeah, if anybody's in the comments, anything for next week's live auction you want to see, any specific varieties, let us know. If there's anything you've liked breeder-wise you'd like to see more of, let us know in the comments. Always looking to keep it fresh and bring new stuff like this along. It's a good opportunity.
Danichi, yeah. Momotaro and Sakai.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I want to see more Momotaro. Momotaro's the one I want to see.
Yeah, mate. When I went up to see Ricky the other day, and I was looking at his, he's got a special pond up there, mate, from Narita. He bought a load of Sakai, Tozai, Gosanki, and wow. I was like, oh my word! And he goes, "Nah, pal, they're not out of quarantine. I haven't gone through those yet." I was like, "Oh, let me just have a scoop. Let me have a scoop right there, one." They were lovely, but everyone was banging in there.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to see the Takano Sankis then?
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah. I seen the Takano Sanki before the event, so they just come over from Japan. I think they were not in the best shape when they come over, did they? I think they had a bit of
sorry. I thought you'd visited recently. I thought you might have seen.
No. Mate, it's a long way to get up there for me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think you're going to be shocked for the Takano
mate,
event.
I can't wait. Yeah.
So yeah, we've got Janice back in 5:20. Rob coming back at 5:30. So we have got some people in at this price. So it was a couple of people trying to snipe some more fish tonight, I think.
It's got a great body on it. The more I'm looking at that, the more I'm actually liking it a lot. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's one of them fish that we're going to see start popping up on the show scene a little bit more, as more and more of these come into the country.
Yeah.
And there's always awards at a show for a most unique or something like that. And I think you're going to see fish like this playing a part at shows a little bit, as much as Alan might not like it.
Yeah, but then again, they've in the shows in the national stuff like that, they have opened up. They're actually thinking outside the box now and doing little things like dealers events and all that kind of stuff. So you never know, mate. They are open to change and they're doing it. So I think it's a good push in the right area, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. I love
something like this. Something like this might well have its day in the sun at some point soon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Janice out. Thanks for letting us know, Janice. So currently with Rob at 5:50. I'm going to put a 30-second timer on this one, guys, just in the make sure we're getting through these on time. So if anyone wants to come out, match Rob. 25 seconds left on this one.
Because
Yeah.
Janice is a bit worried about buying glasses, I think. She might be able to cope with 2 gleaming fish in her pond, but not the 3rd.
Not the 3rd. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Rob.
Well done, Rob.
But we'll add that on there. Bear with me.
Oh, my
550.
tea's gone.
So, moving on.
Ooh.
This is something a little bit different. Yeah. Maruhiro, smaller starting price on this one, 200 quid.
Wow, that's a bargain. 200
Yeah,
quid. Who
45
made up that price?
centimeters.
Does Ricky know that's going for 200 quid?
I think I just caught him on a good day, to be fair.
His car insurance must be due.
Yeah, we had some Maruhiro fish on the other week. They were pretty popular, to be fair. So I think people are aware of Maruhiro. Again, it's not one that I've managed to visit myself, but
I think I went to Maruhiro with Ryan when I went there. I'm sure I did.
the one with the big circular pond.
Oh yeah, definitely did. Yeah, I left my iPhone there. And I got amazing drone footage going through. Yeah. I left my iPhone there. But I came back and obviously it was charged, ready for me to pick it up again.
That's amazing.
Nothing gets stolen in Japan, does it? Nothing at all.
No.
So Maruhiro as well. When you go to Nagata, it's like all the farms. A lot of the farms are on this one main sort of like mountain road, and that farm is on a real obvious bend. So you pass it all the time, and it's just open. Like they've got that famous round pond, which I think the cheapest fish in there, someone said was 10 grand. Right?
Wow.
They're just there. Like it's crazy how much trust, like the farms have got. Like, do you know what I mean? Because mate, if that was in Wales, there'd be people running down the road with buckets of Nissan. I'm telling you now, like it's insane.
And would they be called Lee Hadfield?
No, I'm more honest than that. I'd like to. I dream about it, but I wouldn't actually do it. But what a cool farm, guys! I'm telling you now. And like I've seen the fish house. I've been in the fish house. In fact, we went there about three or four times that week, and I can tell you now, he can grow some impressive fish there.
I can't remember if it was Ricky that said. Somebody had asked him a question on Question Time. I think it said, if you could only buy from one farm, who would it be and why? And he said Maruhiro, just because if you wanted to take an Asagi to like the All Japan Koi Show, he's got it, or a Kujaku, he's got it.
Yeah, and he's got so many varieties and stuff. It's incredible, and the fish house is the water's really good. You can see it. Everything's really kept well there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's you go to some farms and you think to yourself, "Ooh, Jesus!" But like there is like it's nice. It's like walking into M&S and getting yourself a chicken. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a Kujaku by Maruhiro. First thing that kind of comes to my mind when I look at this fish is that shiroji on the head is really, really crystal white. The big turn off for me on Kujaku is black nostrils. I can't have it. It drives me nuts when they have that black nostril. But yeah, nice feature that it's got Benny in the eyes. I think it's a little bit quirky in that respect. But then like the detailing in the scalation just between the dorsal and the head, like that black in the center of the scales is pretty cool. Yeah. Obviously it's got a little bit of Benny in the pectoral fins. I don't think you ever get them, or if you do, they're extremely expensive examples where the crystal white pectoral fins. But I've always been told like a peachy color is acceptable in Kujaku. Crystal white is extremely hard to get. I think Kujaku in the pecs. But yeah, nice fish and a really kind of flowery Benny pattern. So sat with Ant Allen at 2:30. I think Ant's had some fish from us before. Yeah, nice fish.
It is a nice fish. Again, nice body. Like you're saying, the Seroji in the face is really good. And that scalation cutting all the way through the Benny, all the way through the body looks pretty good. And that's only going to refine with age as well, isn't it?
You'd think.
You know.
Have you done
You know.
Kujaku? Have you got many at yours, or have you had any?
No, mate. Do you know what? It's a variety that I really like. I just haven't. Before I really go sort of like mad on a variety, I try onto a next variety. I really try to learn everything about the variety that I'm obsessed with now. Do you know what I mean? So that's a variety that I will move on to and then study it and then maybe buy one or two to see the development. Do you know what I mean? So,
your little grow on pond then, is that going to have other things in it than Gosanki next year, or
I think so. Yeah. Like I've got 12 left in there now. Realistically, I only want one or two of those, so I'm going to offload a lot of those. I've only got those specifically just to pick one or two ready for the shows to put them into the just like little vat fillers when I've got some spare points left over. But I think next year I am going to do some different varieties. So who knows? Might be the Asagi and the Kujaku that I might go crazy for because it's worth learning about them. You know?
It's got to be Asagi, like just telling you, it's got to be Asagi.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't go too crazy. Two different like varieties in 1 year. That's talking mentalness. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So currently sat with Howie Coy at 260, and Alan's out. So thanks for letting us know, Alan. If anybody else is interested, I'll set a 1 minute timer on this one, guys. I'm a bit shocked at 250 quid for a 45 centimeter Nisai Maruhiro Kujaku. Yeah, nice example for the money.
It's worth that just to know that as Tozai, it's been in that fish house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, even my iPhone has gone up in value because I left it in the fish house for an hour.
Yeah, it's a nice fish. I think I had a Kujaku, which I got in a growing show a couple of years back. It developed a really bad pot belly, which is quite a common trait with Kujaku. I've heard that the belly line has always been an issue, but with this one, definitely not that. You know, it's held its body shape.
Do you know what as well, Joe? From that video, let me just. So I talked to my mate Nigel Williams, who used to be like one of the head judges. He still is in my mind. But if you can see the Benny, see where the Soroji cuts in on each gill plate.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a real elegant like feature to have when they grow a bit bigger and their body like opens out. That's a really elegant feature, and that's kind of what he always likes to look for in kawaku and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Really, so the penny doesn't go.
The fish.
Yeah.
But you can see that's perfect. You can just see it there. But I don't know. It's just something that he always insists. If you can find that in a kawaku or some sort of variety that's got that random pattern, when they get big and they fill out, that's a real nice touch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So currently sat with Clark's Coy at 270. Have we got any other bidders on this one? Otherwise, I'll start the timer with this one. I just want to give time for Howie Coy to respond. If not, we'll start a 1 minute final timer so bidder gets it. So we'll start that now. So we're at 55 seconds, guys, and we'll move on to the next fish. Yeah, nice fish all round. Obviously, I think Maruhiro 45 centimeters, as you've said. I do agree with you on the gill plate thing, though. You know, Benny goes right through it. Yeah, would look a bit odd.
But it doesn't really make a difference so much at Tozai, and I think at the end of the Nisai season, it starts to fill out, and that's I think where it makes a difference. Like I said, I wasn't aware of it until Nigel pointed out a couple of weeks ago, and now I look at everything in that sort of like mindset as well.
Okay. So Howie Coy's just commented and saying, waiting on my customer. I'll just give a little bit longer on that. If you could just let us know if you're in or out. Yeah, nice fish for the money.
Yeah.
There's always one every auction that goes a little bit cheaper than what I thought. Here we go. So 280 with Howie Coy. But if Clark's Coy wants us to know if he's still in at that price. Yeah, some stunning pieces coming up after this, guys. 4 more lots after this.
It's got the pattern's got a real nice stop in there on the tail tube as well, on the peduncle there. It's got that, it just stops right there. That old mate.
Perfect. So we'll give that to Howie at 280. Well done.
Steel.
So moving on. Another Maruhiro fish, this one.
Lovely, lovely.
What's your first impressions on that one, Lee?
I think it's nice, mate. I think the Benny plate from the nose, the first Benny plate, if you look on the skin on the member, I guess it's there's not much difference in the Benny transition. So I think it's a solid Benny plate all the way through. Like all of the Benny is really good all the way through. It's got a nice stop as well on the tail. I think it's just a nice balanced fish, isn't it? The body's good, pecs look nice, and the Benny is sat nice in between the eyes as well. Again, it looks like you can see that the first Benny plate is just cutting into the gills as well. It looks nice. Do you know what I mean? It's a neat fish, that is.
Yeah, I think it's quite a good example. I'm a big one on Kiwa on a
look at the Kiwa on that first Benny on that first plate.
Perfect eye. It just comes right to the the dorsal line, isn't it? Yeah. But first thing that I look at is like that the size of that mouth as well. Huge mouth. It's almost 80% of the head size. It's diameter.
And you've got a good distance to the start of the dorsal as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can see from the video now. I'm looking forward to seeing the video because you can see the height of the back there already. That's a deep fish as well. And also the Kiwa looks consistent through it as well. So you can see there's like a lot of depth still to come. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Benny's nice and deep,
100%.
But it looks pretty consistent on all of it. Yeah, it's neat, isn't it? That's a neat little fish, that.
It is a really good example, I think. And I actually think there's more body to come on this just because I'm looking at the peduncle, and the peduncle's really quite thick. I just think it needs a bit more mass around the the pec region in the shoulders. I think that's just in the right pond. I think somebody can put some body on this and give it a little bit of time for that sashi to refine, because I don't think it's finished yet. I think there's more to come.
No, of course not. No.
But yeah, I think
that takes a while. That takes a while to all tighten up, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? If that was refined now, it would be, it's a completed fish. You need something. You need something to work on, don't you? And look forward to happening. And that's exactly what that's going to do.
Yeah.
But
I don't think I'm ever gonna, and I don't think you are either. Judging by the fish you bought, I don't think you're going to ever be one of these that'd be spending 5 times the amount on just one fish. It's always having multiple fish and learning from them all. That's kind of the impression I get from you and watching.
Yeah, of course. Like, that's the enjoyment, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's nice. It's almost like, I understand when you rehome dogs from dog homes and stuff like that. But if there wasn't such a thing, you wouldn't go out and buy a fully grown dog. You want to buy a puppy. Do you know what I mean? Or do you know what I mean? Like, it's nice to see it grow, and they are what you make them. That it's like they're like children. You know what I mean? That fish next year is going to be what you make it, with your water parameters, your temperature, and your food regimes. Do you know what I mean? And your husbandry of the fish. Do you know what I mean? But that has got good potential. It's nice. There's nothing wrong with that fish at all. It just needs a bit of time to all tighten up and come together,
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching the Kahaku development that you've been doing. How was that one that you got from Koi Water Barn done? The little
mate, it's amazing. Ryan was quite impressed with it, to be honest, even though he didn't sell it to me. He was like that. Oh, that's right. But it's got a nice little body. But mate, the growth on it is insane. I was intending keeping that small to go into the smaller categories in the shows. Right now, it's a very complex pattern on it. So Ryan was saying, I don't know how I was going to do in the shows because the judges might not like the it's chalk and cheese, I guess, but the body on it is really good, and that's really where you hit your points, is the body. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously it goes on to pattern and all the other little essential criterias that they mark off. But the body is good, and the pattern is quirky. So we'll see what it's like, mate, a week before the show. You know.
But yeah, currently sat with New Forest Koi at 240. I'm speaking with Rick this week, actually doing some exciting stuff for the magazine. So there's some stuff to watch out for. Koi Talk magazine with New Forest Koi. Rick certainly knows a fish. I know he breeds Kahaku himself on New Forest Koi Farm. So if that's an indication that this is a good fish, it certainly is to me. 240 quid. Maruhiro Nisai, 44 centimeters. I'll play the video again.
The Saroji on the video is superb.
Yeah, there's only a little bit of Sashi as well. I'm a little bit surprised that there's not more people in on this one, because if it had a Danichi tag on it, I think it'd be
or a Sakai or a Momotaro.
Yeah, it's just not
that
a breeder
double in
that
value straight away.
100%. I think obviously, I don't know much about what bloodlines they're using at Maruhiro. I think Ricky or someone else would be better placed to say, but it'll most likely be no slouch, and you'll probably be able to grow this fish on to a decent size. But yeah, Maruhiro Nisai, 240 quid at the minute.
44 cm though is a nice size for a Nisai, because what I've been learning with my Tozai is the ones that are really powering forward in size really are not the ones you want to keep. You want the sweet spot in the middle. You don't want the smaller growth. You don't want the larger growth. You want there's that little three bears perfect one in the middle. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'll put a minute on this one just to see if there's any other bidders involved. Otherwise, we'll give it to New Forest. I'll reset the timer if anybody else bids in that time. So there's 50 seconds left on this one. Otherwise, we'll give it to New Forest Koi. Yeah, there's definitely some snipers in the chat today, so we'll try and get them out of the ghillie suits and into the bidding, I think. But no,
I think people are mad. Not that's a super fish for 240.
Yeah, I agree, mate. But I have been shocked sometimes at what people are looking for in fish. I think sometimes we can. I don't know what I sometimes don't like. Other people will like, and that is the hobby, isn't it? People that's different opinions make the hobby, I think. So yeah. 10 seconds left on this one, guys. Anyone else in at 240? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Well done. Cricket New Forest Koi.
People are going to be gutted when that started winning in some shows.
Yeah. I'm shocked at that one, but it is what it is. Moving on to the next one. So third. Oh yes.
Okawa.
Yeah. So this is the
look at the head is going to be spectacular when that comes out.
Yeah. This is a really exciting example, I think. I wonder how many people are going to be just offset by the male element of this, because it wouldn't bother me at all looking at body shape. Also, 50 centimeter Nisai for a male. That is quite something.
But it's still got the quality as well. Like the ones that was growing too fast for me just ended up washing out the Benny, everything. Do you know what I mean? But that, nice.
I think obviously there's more to come on that. The head, the Sumi comes up quicker on Benny, in my experience. So you can see the Sumis come up on the head, and the quality of where it already is coming has come up in a good quality. Sashiki was pretty much done. There's not much left to gain there, but I think you're just waiting on that Sumi and being patient with it. Obviously, it's in hot temperatures at Ricky's at the minute. 500 quid starting price on a Showa of this quality. Let's run the video, see what people think to this one. But
look at the Saroji, mate. That's cool. That head though, that head pattern, that memoir, when that breaks through, I'd like to see that fish again. So whoever buys this fish and then it gets back to your pond and you drop the temperature down to about 18 degrees and that sumi comes up on the head pattern, I really want to see it.
Yeah, I think we need to do a Koi Wholesale live auction, like revisited one.
Yeah,
We're
we
going to do a
should do. Yeah,
podcast or something like that, and just see if people could. I'd love that for people to
but
resubmit.
you look at that though. Like it looks a little bit back heavy at the moment. But when that Saroji, when the sumi comes out on the head, that is going to be a nice balanced fish. Like, do you know what I mean?
And it certainly wouldn't be 500 quid. let's be honest. So I always say, when people ask me at the real start of the hobby, if they don't understand Shiroji and Shizumi and Benny, what's the difference between a Showa and a Sankey? To me, a Showa should look menacing. In my opinion, like with the head pattern and the way the bone structure is, they should look menacing, a bit like Darth Maul is kind of the image I've got in my head.
Or an angry Latin gangster with some script tattooed on his face.
Exactly. Yeah, it should be a bit more obviously Sumi heavy, and have bigger blocks of Sumi.
See, I like my Showa like that, more traditional. I like the balance of the three colors, more so than the Kindai, more stripped back kind of modern version that everyone kind of likes. I like mine proper like that. That is, I've got a Donichi Showa, which is very similar to that, right? But it's got a little tiny squiggly body on it at the moment. It looks like a sperm cell. But hopefully, when it gets I'm sitting on it until next year because it looks like that. It's got a nice tri balance of the colors, and I think it's going to be nice. Like, just needs body. And even Ryan was saying that's a banger, pal. He goes, but you know what I mean? It looks like Mo Farah in an oversized suit.
Yeah, it's getting that body shape right, isn't it? And some fish are they're just not as I guess dominating in the way that they are. Some fish just don't feed in the same way that others do, and you always got like pond dynamics, I find, between different fish. Some just take off and some just don't eat or contest as much as others. So it's a real balancing act for showing fish, I guess, trying to get the body shape right.
Yeah, it's also got nice pec fins. Do you know what it's got as well, which I really like, and it looks clean. It always looks nice and clean. Is where the dorsal fin is all white. Can you see it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's a really nice, a nice thing to be on a show, especially cutting through all the sumi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the Motoguru and that, it just looks neat. I've got a couple of Kwaku like that, and it like I said, it's I don't know, it's just that dicky bow on your tucks. It makes a big difference, like,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So it's got like a decent sized mouth on it. Head shape, it's got quite a large head for the frame. Good body shape. Obviously, again, gender male. But yeah, I just think if you're looking at that male thing and it's putting you off, you're ruling out a fantastic fish for the money.
And again, because it's Okawa, let's put it this way. I bought a 46 cm Showa from Ricky last year, and I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for that, but you could probably buy 5 of those for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you do the maths, guys. Like, that is an amazing fish for that money.
Yeah, and it's only 2 years old and it's grown to 50 centimeters. So if you're looking at something that's, got potential to grow big, this, it's not showing anything other than it's got that potential. So yeah, currently sat with Sunny Bank at 500 quid. He's probably hoping that there's nobody else in, but what I'll do is I'll put a 2-minute timer on this. If anyone bids in the next 2 minutes, I'll reset the timer. But yeah, 2 minutes for this one, guys.
But actually, thinking about it, the Danichi male that I bought off Ricky last year, right, it was 46 cm when I actually bought it. When I picked it up, it was about 50, right? And that's a Danichi and it was in his Donichi pond, which obviously he's got massive pride on, and he really feeds it, and everything's really pushed on that pond. So that's actually kept up with the Donichi male that I've got. So
Crazy
it's quite
that.
impressive. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. So 1 minute 20 on this. Yeah, I think you're right there. Just because it's a different breed, you shouldn't write it out. Obviously, we talk all the
No.
time about the qualities of Sakai and Danichi, but you are talking a lot more money really for that breeder certificate really if it comes with one. But yeah, 1 minute on this. Currently sat at 500 quid. Again, I'm quite shocked at that, but it is what it is.
But Okawa as a farm as well is amazing, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got my little T-shirt up on wall up there from Okawa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, it's a
I've
nice
been to
farm.
Okawa as well. That's in Nagata, isn't it?
No, it's in the south in
Oh, it's in the
Fukuoka.
south. I haven't been to Okawa then. That's okay. Yeah, no, I haven't.
30 seconds on this one, guys. 500 quid. Nisai, 50 centimeters. Guess this is the risk we take in live auctions. But yeah, nice fish. 15 seconds left, guys. Anyone bids, I'll reset the timer. Otherwise, we'll give it to Sunnybank. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Oh, hang on. I've
2,
got 520.
1. Oh, have you got 520?
Yeah, I've got 520 on YouTube. Andrew Bird, is it? I can't see it from you. I'm looking too far away.
Yeah, I've got it here, 520. So I'll reset the timer. I'll put a minute on. If Sunnybank wants to come back and let us know.
My God, I'm on my phone, but I should be looking at my iPad because it looks even more impressive on the iPad.
Yeah, I think if you can get it up on your TV and maybe look at the in the best quality, it does enhance the fish a little bit.
Mate, it literally looks way better. Mate, it's mad.
Crazy, isn't it? I was shocked, to be fair. I initially thought this was a Issa or Danichi fish. But Sunnybank in at 550. If Andrew wants to let us know if he's still in.
Andrew is the ultimate sniper right to the end. I know those tricks. I used to teach those tricks.
Yeah. So you got what breeders have you got in Showa at the minute? Then you got Danichi.
I got 3 Danichi. So I've got like 3 Danichi. I've got 1 Mona Lisa, and I've got 2 Super Monster Showas. That's it. That's all the Showas I've got, I think.
Cool.
Oh no, I just picked up a Hiroi Ginnerin Showa.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, and I've got sorry, mate, and I've got an Issa Showa as well that turned up the other day.
Amazing. Which you got a favourite out of the lot of them yet?
The Mona Lisa Showa that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, they're all nice.
All right, so 30 seconds on this one, guys. Otherwise, we'll give it to Sunnybank at 550.
I think Andrew said he was out.
Yeah, we got Andrew out.
Yeah.
Have I a video? Running the video now. 15 seconds though, guys. If you want to place a bid. So I've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Sunnybank.
Well done, mate.
What a purchase.
That's a nice guy. Please send me a picture of that. Send me a picture of that at the end of the season, Sunnybank.
Yeah, I think people might be shocked, and I also think it'll do us, to do a live auction revisited. It might show people what they've missed out on as well.
Yeah, that would be a really good thing, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think also, we talk about these things and say this might happen and this might happen, but it would be nice to prove people what does and doesn't happen. But
hang on, I've just pissed myself.
Didn't you say last week that you were after Ginrin Benny Goi?
No, don't. No, I don't want it.
No, it's yeah.
Oh no.
Somebody was asking in the comments for one of these, so I'm hoping he's watching this as well. So,
Mate,
yeah,
that with my yellow monkey would look mint.
yeah, this is Benny taken to another level. To be fair,
It's insane. Look at the intensity of it.
yeah, we've already got Ash in at 500. Confirmed female. This one. Yeah, I just said to Ricky, got any Benny Goi? Didn't expect him to go to his Danichi pond and net this one up. So, yeah, let's run the video on this one. So
He must, mate. His MOT must be up on his car as well. Then.
Yeah, it's a really lovely example. This,
Mate, it's gonna grow so fast. Imagine that, like full-bodied in its own pond, cruising around like it owns a place. Amazing. Like,
yeah, lovely head shape. Ginrin quality is superb as well. The pectoral fins are really deep, consistent red, consistent with the red of the body as well. Yeah, just all around a stunning fish. Benny Goi is one that is really, really popular in Japan. I've heard that a lot of these actually go to China. A lot of people in China buy these because they just think big goldfish.
I think in China, I think the color red is meant to be lucky, isn't it? It's like a wealth lucky thing. I think that's only my knowledge from a HSBC advert.
Janice is fancying going sunglassing
Oh,
sunglass shopping
Janice,
again.
mate, you'd have to buy some Ray-Bans as well, my love.
Ultraviolet
Imagine if you got
protection.
the gold one as well. Janice, I'd like to see your pond. Send me a video on Facebook.
Yeah, 36 centimeter Nisai. This one it won't be certificated. It'll be a blank certificate. This one, but it will come with a Danichi certificate for you to hang up. You can print out this little photo, stick it in there. Your little piece of Danichi in the filter house, which I love it. Some people think they're a bit, you know, especially the blank ones. They're controversial. I think some people think they're a bit of a fad or whatever. But I've got one hung up in my filter house. I quite like it. So
I really like. Oh, funny enough, I love a certificate.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
No, Ryan dropped this one off. This was my NND mud pond sank.
Oh, very cool.
And it's now in my pond at about 30. No, I think it's about 45 cm or something like that.
Wow.
It is. You wait till you see that in the national.
That's really cool. That's like handwritten.
It is. That fish has developed amazing. Honest to God, it looks like Lady Gaga now. It's gorgeous.
Is that from the NND event, Mud Pond event as well?
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
I was lucky enough to get #1. And Ryan was saying when they harvested that pond, Fujio was saying that is the #1 koi in the harvest as well. So I'm pretty lucky. Yeah. I actually seen it a couple of months ago, bowled up in NND, you know?
Wow.
Insane. Well, so if you look at my next video in a couple of days or whatever, that is, you can see that. And the beauty with having these certificates are, they look lovely.
Yeah.
They're waterproof, so you can take them in the shower. And also, it's great to remember what the fish look like, because lots of people take a picture of the fish and they drop their phone down the toilet or something, and then you've lost it. You know what I mean? But that is a really good archive to stick up in your koi house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
sometimes
take it to the shower.
Sometimes like the Sakai ones or Danichi ones will tell you what bloodline they're from, so you can type in, Mona Lisa or whatever, and get an idea of where it's come from, which is quite cool.
Some of the NND ones do as well, like
So we're at 560 with Janice on this one. Certificated Ginrin Benny Goi from Danichi, Red Tiger bloodline.
Nice. Oh, so it's Red Tiger bloodline, this?
Yeah, and certificate and Sextus female. So yeah, it's
because Red Tiger is a Kwaku bloodline, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it is. I'm really after a Red Tiger bloodline Donichi Kawaku, but obviously,
I can't.
Yes.
I don't know whether the Red Tiger bloodline is the Ginrin element of it. I'm gonna have to ask Ricky, but I think the Red Tiger isn't that a Ginrin Kahaku?
I don't think. I'm no expert, but I don't think it is. I think it's a regular Kawaku, right? But I think obviously when they've done the breeding and all that kind of stuff, this bloodline has been spurred off it. Do you mean? So it's going to have like the growth and the skin quality of that red tiger and the body.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to be cool.
And this is still in a heated pond, so it's still growing on until we can ship it out. So I'm going to put a 1 minute timer on this one. If anyone wants to come back to us on Janice's bid, Ash Hopton out. Thanks for letting us know. 50 seconds left. If anyone else bids, I'll reset the timer again. Give time to reply. But yeah, stunning little fish. These when you lift it out of the bowl or out of the pond, the skin quality as well is just unreal.
The Ginnerin looks really good and consistent through it as well.
It's very similar to like the Shinoda Hitotsuris, where the Benny just looks luminous. It's that kind of Benny that's similar on both. 20 seconds on this one. Otherwise, Janice will be going home with another very sparkly fish. 16, 15.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
Janice is going to have her first Danichi certificate hanging up. Or maybe it's not. Maybe she's got a pond of Danichi.
Well done, Janice.
Well done, mate.
Done to you. Oh, let me just write that down.
I think I know what's coming next. I've got tingles.
Here we go, guys. So the final lot of tonight. Kaboom.
Like, oh!
Yeah,
mate.
so
Mega.
If you're after a Tancho Goshiki, where are you going to find one like that?
Mate, Otsuka Goshiki, I've been there. I've seen that they're incredible, mate. And I love Otsuka as well. He's a little short guy with cool little welly boots, and he's funny as hell as well. He's really cool. He's a haircut, but so do I. But he's cool. He doesn't fight bulls. His dad does, though. He's got to help his dad fight their bull. But anyway, he knows how to breed Goshiki, mate. Trust me.
Yeah, so an absolutely stunning piece. Yeah, just float. It's one of them fish. It's in a pond full of quite a few Nisai, one of the 3,000-gallon ponds in the main polytunnel at Koi Wholesale. And when it glides past, it just absolutely strikes your attention. Just the Benny on the head, but that scalation on the body and how it just shines around the sides of it. So let me play the video for you guys to have a look at. Obviously, it's £1,000 start bid. So
look at that. I was just about to ask, has it got like, what's the lateral line like? Is it go a lot lighter underneath? But yeah,
it does. Cool. Yeah,
I love Goshiki like that. Where you've got that Soroji coming up into that Sumi, and you got that. You can see the scalation, and then you've got that pattern all around the eyes and the nose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it adds something that
it's amazing. It's a totally different angle on the beauty of that variety, and also it reminds me of a catfish. I just love that look. It looks so cool,
Yeah, that Sumi and Shiroji around the eyes. It just really adds
gorgeous,
something.
mate.
Yeah, and it
looks like Janice with her glasses on.
With sunglasses on, yeah, I love it. But yes, a stunning example of a Tancho Goshiki. So it's a hefty start price. Obviously, this is a female, 4 years old. That's been at Koi Wholesale. So I think the body line. I think you could maybe say that there's some eggs in there being female. I think that's potential element of it. I think you just need to give this Koi a bit of time and see how that body line goes. But Benny quality on the head and the scalation on the sides, it's one of them. It's stunning example. And £1,000 for a 58 centimeter guaranteed female Otsuka Tancho Goshiki. There's not many of them about, is there? So
no, it's a real nice example as well. The spot's good.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of them.
Mhm.
There's a fish that's on Ricky's farm, another Kage Shiro Utsuri that I keep begging him to give me a price on, and he keeps avoiding me. So I love that farm. It's one I need to visit at some point.
You might have to wait until his AA membership is up as well now then.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. When he needs a bit more cash. But I think it's yeah. An expensive piece, probably one of the more expensive pieces that we've had on this auction, to be fair. So
Yeah. I can't, have you had any other fish on there for a starting bid of 1,000?
I can't think of any.
I can't
Obviously,
think of any.
uh,
I've a funny feeling there has been though.
there was the Donichi Toyota Donichi Toyota Showa that was 750.
Yeah, maybe something like that. And I don't think it sold, did it? Because did it sell? I can't remember.
It did, yeah. It went, that
Oh,
one
it did.
went for
Right,
yeah.
okay.
It was quite contested, that one. But I don't think there was anything at £1,000.
No.
But
Yeah. Again, it's a variety which is either chalk or cheese. Is that right? Yeah, chalk or cheese. And if you like it, you're gonna like that one. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, it is.
I think with Go
So
Sankey, I think everyone, Sunny Banks, come in for a bargain.
yeah, I
It's
think
only because he
you
wants
know
the eggs out of it. You watch now. He's going to beat the dealer and he's going to have the eggs out of it, spawn them, and then we're going to have millions of amazing Tancho Goshiki around next year.
Yeah, well, there's. I think you can sometimes that female gender tag on a fish can I don't want to say anything that's going to be too controversial, but I think sometimes people can get too hung up on it.
Mm.
And if there was obviously at Koi Wholesale, many things don't have chance, I guess, to go through a wintering, and they're fed all year round. And I know that fish can sometimes do with a winter female fish, so that can, essentially like I don't think it's called digesting the eggs, but the
Yeah,
eggs
yeah
they almost like I don't know,
absorb them again, don't they?
absorb the eggs. So if they're being fed all year round and they're on heat all year round, sometimes you're going to get a fish like this that's going to, at female, it's going to have eggs. It wouldn't put me off at all if I was looking for a Tancho Goshiki of this quality. It wouldn't put me off at all. And the Kage Shiro I'm trying to get off Ricky is exactly the same. So just needs a spawning. But yeah,
But there's
nice.
ways to do that, isn't there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So with 1,000 with Sunny Bank, I'm going to start a 2-minute timer on this one, with it being an expensive piece. So gives people chance to consider. If anyone else bids, we will reset the timer. So just let me know what you guys are thinking. If anybody wants to come in, let me know.
I'd love to see that fish through a window. Goshkis are lovely, but those goshkis, like the standard goshkis, not the Ginnerin ones, the side view with that lateral Saroji going down to the Benny and the Sumi coming up. And mate, the Sumi quality on that is amazing. It really enhances the whole fish, how dark it is. You know what I mean? But you'd expect that from a quality at a Yonsai, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think the head pattern as well through the window.
It's gorgeous, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, with that Shiroji around the eyes and the spot and the black. Yeah, wow. But yeah, currently with Sunny Bank, 1 minute left on the timer. Done Tancho Goshiki before? I know you do like Goshiki, but I don't think you've had Tancho before, have you?
I have got a Tancho to pick up from Tim at Quality Nishinagoi, which I should mention on this channel. But I was meant to go up there on Sunday, but I couldn't because Ryan was coming down, and I thought, oh, man, truth be told, I'm a child, and I was going up to Manchester to the Warhammer Fest. Don't laugh at me. I'm a virgin. I'm a 47-year-old virgin, right? And I thought to myself, yeah, that works out cool. I got there Friday, hang out with like my mate. But the funny thing is, I'm an ex-paratrooper. I'm going with my mate who's an ex-marine, and 3 like literal competing bodybuilders, and we just walk around Warhammer like that. like with the dog's bollocks, just drinking and having a laugh with all the people. Like, it's amazing. And I was going to pick it up on the way home, but I didn't end up going up.
No, fair enough.
King's Lynn
1,000.
Koi.
Yeah, we've had another bidder, so 1,100 with King's Lynn. So I'll give it another.
Did Phil Norton not?
Phil bid at 1,010, and then King's Lynn back in at 1-1. So I'll give it another minute, guys. You want to let us know if you're in or out?
More. Phil, you've got no. Where's that going in the back? You've got no more volume for that.
So we'll give it 1 minute, guys. Otherwise, we'll give it to King's Lynn. 40 seconds. I'll play the video again. Wow. Nice head. Nice large head. We've got another bid in with Sunny Bank at 11.50. So I'll reset the timer again. 1 minute.
Yeah, that's a nice koi, isn't it?
Yeah. The consistency, like how difficult it is to raise a fish like that without knocking a scale or anything like that. Talha in at 1,200.
My whippet, my dog is around my feet and she's going, "Where are we going for a walk, Dad?" Don't worry, we'll go in a minute, girl.
Phil in at 12.10.
Oh, Phil's trying to prove now that he's got space in his pond. Phil, we all know you're full. How are you, Phil? Anyway, are you okay?
Oh, nice koi, this. Give people the time they need to respond. So got about 40 seconds left, guys.
The Benny in that Tancho spot is really impressive as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, look at that face pattern on the side there. That's where it's at.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It looks like a shark, isn't it? Like a great white. Like, do you mean like where they've got that white from the lateral line down? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Currently with Talha at 12.50.
It's a nice first name. I like that. Otsuka. What can I tell you about Otsuka? Oh, I nearly fell in his pond. Oh, it's close. And he had a goshiki there, like a traditional goshiki that I was this close to buying. You don't understand. It was so good. He had two goshiki there that was absolutely. Phil Norton's back in at 1,260. He had two goshiki, standard goshikis that I really liked. One was in the Nagata auction, and I was trying to twist his welly boot to give me a price, but he wouldn't. And the other one I really liked, but because I liked the one that was in the Nagata auction, I couldn't bring myself to buy the other one. But now I should have. Do you know what I mean? Because it was lovely.
Yeah. It's a farm I need to get to because he does stunning Asagi as well. I just one of them
So
farms
good.
I need to visit.
He's such a nice guy as well, mate. Honestly.
Yeah.
You know, we were laughing at him, saying, "Oh, you must be loaded." He goes, "No." He goes, "No." And because they walk around like tramps, really, don't they? Because they're just in their workwear. Do you know what I mean? And he goes, "Oh no." He goes, "No." He goes, "I don't bullfight. No, they're too expensive." He goes, "All I do now is drink and count money."
Amazing.
He is funny, like
12.80 with Phil. You guys want to let me know if you're in or out?
How's the grow on pond, Phil? Oh, he's on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. Sorry, bro. I can't see what you're saying if you're talking to me.
When he comments.
He's there now talking to his missus. He's bypassing what I'm saying because he's asking his missus, "Can I put another tenner on it?" Oh, Phil's right under the thumb, mate.
Talha in at 1,300. Yeah, it's just one of them fish that, you know, if you want one,
You're probably not going to find another one for a while, yeah.
No, I mean, it's not one you generally see at Yonsei either.
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll just go back to what we said about how difficult it is to raise a clean one as well without knocking a scale off, or the Benny, knocking the Benny as well. Like, I've had
Mm.
fish that have knocked a bit of Benny on the head.
Oh
It
yeah.
would ruin a fish like this, wouldn't it, if that was to happen?
I had a kawaku that took a big chunk off the top of his head on the Benny, and that never grew back.
Yeah.
It actually turned into the pattern in the end, but like it won't grow back.
Phil Norton out, so it's currently sat with Talher at 1300. I'll play the vid again, and I'll put a minute on the timer. So if anybody wants to bid, otherwise I'll give it to Talher. If anyone bids, I'll reset the timer. Currently at 50 seconds.
Mm.
Really nice fish.
Yeah. Mm. I get another story from Otsuka. One of his apprentices, with a biosecurity bit, he was netting some fish, and he was just walking over to another pond, and Otsuka was that, mate, proper like a little Hitler, mate. I thought the apprentice was going to shit his pants, like, do you know what I mean? But that's how strict Otsuka is with his biosecurity, like, do you know what I mean? You could see it. He was proper passionate about it, like,
Crazy.
Mm.
10 seconds, guys, on this one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Talher.
Yeah, well done.
1300. I've not seen your name before. If you can drop us an email, Chris at Koi Wholesale, Chris at koi-wholesale.co.uk with your name, number, and your preferred koi dealer and reference number. That'd be great. And yeah, that's been a great end to the afternoon. Thank you everyone for your bids. I'm excited to see what we can bring up. And Lee, again, really appreciate you coming on. Short notice with us tonight with Chris not feeling too well. So yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed talking to you about these fish. So
Yeah.
might see you on it again. And we're back on again tomorrow night, aren't we, with Koi Talk Live?
Oh, we are.
So
Oh,
you don't get a
doing this
rest.
full time. I'm almost as busy as Evo.
It's a good job you got that pH meter involved.
I
'Cause you
know.
don't have time now.
Well, I don't know. Ryan gave me a bit of a bollocking when he come down. He goes, "Your pH is too low, son." And I was like, "Oh God, here we go." But anyway, I need a haircut as well. I might have a haircut before tomorrow, or I might grow it out to look like a tramp or something.
No, it's been great. It looks like people have enjoyed it. Chris is watching Arsenal, probably, but no, I think yeah, it's been a good evening. So yeah, thanks again for coming on. Tune in next week, guys. But yeah, see you all again on Koi Talk Live tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Cool. See you later, guys.